those L's, I couldn't sleep right now. I get paid, fake game, staying B-side. Breaking the blues over steak, I gotta eat right. You could be my peace sign. I don't need that energy around me. I just need sun, you're so cloudy. I wake up good, you're so grouchy. Please get from around me. When the truth don't work, you start telling lies. Thought you were down to ride, you weren't down to ride. Caught switching, you were picking sides. Don't blink, caught slipping like a slip and slide. I was shooting dice till I got a nosebleed. Money on the floor, can't get cold feet. Took a L, should've put it in the offering. Lord, forgive me for my sins, don't know of me. Scary thoughts, I got scary thoughts. Lost control, now I'm taking charge. Breaking bills, friends breaking off. You could be the youngest, I'm the dawn. Kiss the ring, nah. In the scene like GOT. Stay away.
Hello, hello. You're muted, Dawn.
Okay, cool.
I thought it was my sound because I had trouble to get in. We're here.
How art thou? How's everybody? Hey, Buddha, what's up, baby? Welcome to the final installment of the Tell-All recap. We had some issues earlier with Restream, but we got them all fixed up. We just had to create a new stream and get back on here. So it's all good. It is all good in the neighborhood. Getting started a little bit later than usual because of that, but we'll just keep it moving forward, right? That's all we can do.
That's right.
Because forward's going to come regardless, so we might as well accept it and move on in a good way. So this was the end of it. And, we're going to get to this later, but did I or did I not call it? Okay. Johan said, I'm out.
He said, yo.
I dedicated the whole thumbnail to it. Okay. Johan said, I'm out. I called that from the beginning of the season when he found out her true colors, he was going to be done with her. And I'll be damned if he's not done with her. I don't care what kind of therapy he's like, I don't want therapy. No, it's okay. No, you can go ahead, do you, girl. Do you. I don't want that. No, I don't want, it's over. I don't want, therapy would mean we're trying to fix it. I don't want therapy because I don't want you.
Exactly.
So, wow. Okay, but we're going to get to that.
She's the one that needs therapy, and I'll get to that later.
Yes, she does. All right, so we got our new little background going on. I kind of did a little bit of channel maintenance and what is going on here? Okay. So we covered it up, but anyway, I have to take that into consideration. Okay. All right.
Huh? Move me up.
I can't.
No.
I can't. It doesn't do side by side or anything like that. So I'm like, okay, but I need to know these things. You know what I mean? So that's cool. But yeah. Is that a comment?
Buddha said, don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe to become a member of the J Crew. Welcome, Buddha.
Best
Buddha 1000.
Right there. And we have her.
I know. I'm so excited.
We have her as a part of the J Crew. Shout out to the J Crew.
J Crew.
And all that entails. Buddha 1000, Dolly Bush, of course, my beautiful white vegan knowledge.
Woo-hoo.
Straight off.
Where's my J Crew shirt?
Bro, Shay J, Shonda, Janetta, KT, and some of my ADT brethren that come over from time to time. Bruno and Jason, David, old school, Eric Smoto, baby.
Even Coach showed up here one time. I remember.
Yeah, that was cool when Coach showed up. That was awesome, dude. So, and I think he might dip in. He said before that he didn't want to come in because he didn't want us to take the stream to this right here. ADT, but I'm going to do it regardless because I just love this group. They've become a family to me. Shout out to Mitch, Pastor, Lolo. Lolo's been in here. David, Eric, all of those guys, Ted, Lee. You know what I mean? Everybody over there is absolutely fit. Data.
Welcome, Renee.
Renee Revelinsky, were your ears burning? Did you hear your name called?
She's doing roll call over here.
I need you, Renee. What's up? Where's Renee in the chat?
She just said hello, everyone, and hello, ADT, if you're here.
What's up? Yeah, man. Let's talk about this last.
Did you see my comment on YouTube for ADT today? I came in the class and said Sheila here checking in.
I did not see that. Oh my God, that's too funny. Coach probably got a kick out of that one. I don't know if he saw it though, because he's so
like the screen.
But yeah, man. So let's get it started. Let's get the party started. So right off, Jen and Rishi. Now, Jen and Rishi, their story was done last week, but I feel like Jen needed a little bit more airtime, if you will. Okay, because all out of the blue, she just starts crying about the fact that his mom said that she was older than him. It's like, Jen, you are older than him. What's the problem? Accept it, deal with it. But for some reason, she felt like she wanted some more, like 16 minutes of fame. 15 wasn't enough. So she said, I know we're focusing on them this week, but you know what? This is all really one day, broken up into 3 parts. I think I'm going to do a little bit more crying. And then Rishi joined in on the party and said, yeah, babe, let's get some more screen time.
I felt bad. I feel like for Rishi, though, I kind of understood. He did look like he felt bad for her, like that she felt bad because it was his mom, that actually said that to her. And I think he was right on. I've been saying the same thing. She, the mother is basically a older woman. She's saying to her, that's culturally, you're too old for him because we want him to have kids and stuff. I think she put it a way that hurt Jen's feelings because Jen's probably feeling bad about being old. I'm only 2 years away from her, so I know where she's at. So you don't want to hear your age unless it's asking for ID, right. So to get, to see if you're 21. So it is a hard time for her. She's probably coming into the 50s, so she's and she's taken everything personally. I think the real root of it is she's upset that they can't be together.
Yeah, I agree.
Buddha said, I'm glad Jen's going to try other options. Yeah, that's definitely true. Maybe her and Debbie's son will work out, but Debbie is...
I had a thumbnail that I was setting up, and you guys just reminded me that that's actually what I was in the middle of setting up, which is why I ran late for the original stream. What happened was I was in the middle of making another thumbnail. I had this idea for another thumbnail where I included the son kind of checking Jen out and Jen talking to Gabe about the fact that she was going to explore this other opportunity, and realized it was 10 minutes after 8 and I had the stream set up for 8 o'clock. Mm-hmm. So Restream does not play that. If you are past 5 minutes, they basically
delete it,
disable your stream, right?
Shay J.
So you can't go in. Shay J, you heard your name. You guys hear your name. I'm convinced. Where did you come from?
Check this out. She came from Cabo San Lucas, celebrating her birthday.
I just called you, Shay J. Happy birthday, honey.
And still hungover.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Shay J.
Happy birthday
to you.
I'll let you sing it because I can't sing.
We're just sitting here talking about how Jen and Rishi wanted another 15 minutes of fame and sat there and had a pity party with each other in front of everybody about the fact that his mom called Jen old, and her feelings were hurt and his feelings were hurt that her feelings were hurt. But at the end of the day, Jen has decided that she is going to go ahead and pursue a much more manlier man.
A police officer.
And someone who's got a steady job, who knows how to confront people when they need to be confronted.
Dolly.
And they live in this country. Dolly Bush!
In the house.
What's up, sweetheart? Welcome, welcome. So Jen and Rishi had a pity party crying session. And yeah, that I don't know what that was about all late. You know, I just feel like crying for another few minutes. She called me all. I'm like, okay, Jen. And then when Rishi started in, I'm like, but I got to admit, when Rishi started in, I'm like,
yeah, I was starting to tear up a little bit.
Rish, don't do it, bro. Don't do it.
But he is just not giving up. Like he is like he's in his own little world. We are going to make it work. I'm going to figure out where to live.
Everybody. Everybody was looking at him. He's hurt that you're hurt, sweetheart. So
everybody loves Rishi except Debbie.
And everybody
and her
hates
friends.
Raymond. Everybody hates Chris, loves Rishi, loves Raymond. So yeah, that was pretty much their story there. I don't know what was going on there.
You're not late. We just got started, basically.
Shonda, what's up, everybody?
Welcome.
How are you, J. Crew? I love you so much. Thank you. Welcome to Tuesday Takeover. We are killing it here. We got everybody. Hey, listen, as Buddha likes to remind us, do not forget to smash that like button and share the content. Please share it and get us up in the subscriber count, because we are hovering still. It was 1205 last week, and it dropped one to 1204. So let's keep sharing it and get that thing up to that 1500, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. We gotta get there. We gotta get there. Buddha would say 15,000, but right now I'm just happy with 1500. So if anybody
like her
knows
goals, I'm only at 103, and she's trying to get me to 15 or 104 now. So she's trying to get me to 15. Yes. So.
Next up on the docket, we have Osama and Debbie. Well, Osama and Debbie were done last week. We know how they ended up. So who knows what's going to happen with them. You guys let me know what you think in the comments about Jen and Rishi, and what you think about how Osama and Debbie ended their season. Because Debbie, I don't know what she even meant by saying this at the end of the tell-all, but she said he would have to move a mountain for me to even consider going back to Morocco. What?
Right.
Debbie, seriously? We got to talk.
Debbie's got issues.
It's over. Cut your losses. He wants you for a green card. That's it. Okay, and now if that's what if she has accepted that and be like, okay, it's better than being lonely, I'll bring his ass over here, let him paint some pictures and give him a green card. He'll keep me company. And you know, he very well might. Now that I think about it, you know, if she did that, Osama probably would just chill with her and paint pictures all day. You know, because when you think about it, when she wasn't bugging him about the plan,
yes,
he was okay. He was laughing when she fell off the donkey. He wasn't like, Jesus Christ. He was genuinely laughing and enjoying her company. What pissed him off, and this is what we noticed yesterday when we were watching it, when Debbie timed that out right. Osama tried to okey doke her in front of the family so that she would maybe succumb to what he wanted. Because notice, mom wasn't there the second time, but the dad and the sister were. And they were in on the plan for him to go to the States with Debbie.
Right.
So when he said, yeah, Debbie is saying she's going to live in Morocco. Like, help me out here, guys.
Right.
Okay, this is something I'm trying to do for all of us. You guys want me to go to the States? This bitch started trying to take me there. So I'm bringing it up for you to have my back here.
Exactly.
Debbie was like, that was not the plan. Oh, no, that was not the plan.
Right.
The plan was for me to come here and live in Morocco. That was the plan. Osama, I don't know what he's doing. So
she just straight put him out there right in front of his family, right?
Yep. And that's really what pissed him off. Not Debbie asking about the plan. it pissed him off that he did not get away with trying to get her to
try to get that
switch
lost
her,
in
flip her
translation.
script. Right. And the family didn't help. The sister's like, well, apologize to her son. He's like, that's not
The
working.
sister
So when
or
he realized it was done, that's when he got pissed off and it was like, okay, let me just paint a picture. And then Debbie wanted to talk. And he's like, no, I don't want to talk.
Right.
Because the plan you want to talk about is not the plan I want to talk about. If she had been saying, let's talk about the states, he would have been all up for that conversation.
Right.
Okay.
Buddha said, I think we will see Debbie on 90 Days Single Life, but she's still going to have loving feelings towards Osama. Yeah, she is really hooked on, her idea of him can't escape the reality of what happened. It seems like she retracts sometimes. She understands and then she goes, but he's going to have to do a lot if he wants to get back in with me. It's like, Debbie, why would you believe him? Even if he did it, he's doing it to get in. He's still, and like everybody's been saying too, he needed to really be more upfront and honest because he would have been able to come here. I really believe it. Like,
she'd have brought him here. If he had handled that right, she would have brought him here.
Because she wouldn't have looked at it like a scam. She didn't like that he lied to her and like bamboozled her.
But wait a minute though. If we think back on it, he may have brought it up because remember Debbie said, yeah, we could try that, but they're going to trash the paperwork because of our age difference.
And maybe he took that as a joke or...
Yeah. So he did it. So they did at some point talk about it.
Right. Now, I didn't know that until the tell-all, right? I don't think we ever heard that.
She said, they would have no, she said it in the beginning of the season. She said, that they would have laughed us. They would have thrown the stuff in the trash, because of the age difference. So she immediately, 86 that plan and thought that he was on the same page with her.
Right.
But it is what it is.
Shay's got a comment. She said, would it change the dynamic if these older ladies make a deal with mom before the son gets married, right? Right, like they have to go, like over here we go to the dad and ask, is that
yeah, the guy goes to the
look,
dad,
I'll pay you $10,000 for your son and a goat or something.
I want to marry your son. Do you have a problem with that?
I love it, Shay.
Check yes or no.
Oh, remember, I do have one thing though. You said something, and somebody else said it. I can't remember. I think it was one of the Pillow Talk couples about that the sister, or maybe it was somebody on the tell-all. Was it I don't know. But somebody said the sister, is that really his wife that he's trying to bring over to America, or his girlfriend?
Who said that? Was that? I think that might have been another YouTuber that said that.
Okay.
That people are talking about that. But yeah, I would believe that if she didn't look like him.
Right.
Her teeth are not as oddly shaped as his is, but she does look like him.
Buddha, whenever I see the word dowry, it reminds me of Annie and David. She said, right? Did you mean like give them a dowry? I gotta pay the dowry. I remember him with that buying him a cow or something. What was?
I gotta buy him an elephant.
He spent his whole life savings on
I gotta buy him a cow. I gotta buy him an iguana.
A bull or something. It was something they wanted.
Oh my God, man! I gotta buy him a Wilshire Terrier or something. I gotta buy him a greyhound.
They want something that they can make money off of, exploit the animal.
I gotta buy him a mountain lion.
A mountain lion.
But yeah, man. So I don't know. I don't think Debbie and Osama are gonna hook up. I think you're right, Buddha. I think she's gonna end up on a single life, and hopefully she will end up doing what Debbie did and find somebody closer to her own age. Yeah, Jen is stuck on this thing because apparently Chris probably high.
No, Dolly just said it.
Jackie, what?
She said, what did Debbie call Jamie? But a predator. But I was thinking of what you were about to say. I was thinking she said...
Debbie said that? I thought Chris said it.
No, Chris did, but I thought that's what Dolly was talking about at first. But she was talking about what did Debbie call Jamie. I thought she heard what I
I
heard.
think Chris called Jamie Jackie.
On the tell-all, I heard it. Oh, not on this one, but like the very first one.
It's like, get off the fentanyl,
She was like,
Chris.
whatever Jackie thinks of me.
Okay, because we were looking at the YouTube stuff this weekend. You know, her son went to jail for fentanyl possession. Gee, I wonder who that was for.
That proves your alleged story.
Okay, that she is linked to his court case, probably because he was dealing with her, for her, to her, something. Okay, fentanyl, painkiller. I'm just saying.
There's a giver and a taker. Oh, that's what it was. And Buddha answered her, predator. And no problem, Renee. Yes, Dawn has binged the whole season of The Ultimatum and is ready to talk about it. She said, will you be reviewing The Ultimatum? It's really messy. Good and messy. Yes, it is messy.
Yes,
I'm still
we can
catching up.
definitely get these people out of the way and go there if you want to, because I am all caught up. Yeah, that.
Did I say Dolly or Renee? Renee, right? I said Renee.
I think you said Renee.
Okay, and then Dolly said that's what I thought, but what about herself with Osama? Right, exactly. That's what your wet sock said. The
Yep. Yeah, I love your wet sock.
I look forward to talking more about Chris. Buddha said, "Oh, Buddha, me too." And everybody should. The Ultimatum is crazy. I mean, it is like it was designed to be messy, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was.
That's just crazy to put people in that situation.
Chris and Mahmoud.
Nicole.
I mean, Jamie and Mahmoud. Dude, what was up with Mahmoud doing that to Chris?
I just saw that today for the first time. You called me and looked at it.
I grabbed her. I'm like, Jen, oh my God, did you see this?
I've totally missed that. I must have been out of the room.
Rewatching it and did not catch that the first time. Chris is, well, that's the problem. You know, you act one way over here, and then when your brother's not in the room, what you gonna do when you get to the United States? And Mahmoud was like, I was like, no, he did not do that. And she said,
that was Americanized.
Like that was childish. You know?
I love it.
I was like, what? No, he did not, dude. That was too funny. I think I got a picture of old Mahmoud here somewhere. Okay, so we got Chris. I mean, why do I want to call her Chris? We got Nicole, who they opened the episode with her still crying and then talking about Mahmoud being pissed off and kicking the tree. But then he comes back and he sits in the studio. What did they go get his brother so he would calm down?
That's what
What is his brother? I am my brother's keeper type shit going on. Like Mahmoud can't be calm if his brother's not around.
That was weird.
Yeah, all of a sudden the brother shows up, you know? And I think Mahmoud may have even called him. Yeah, somebody over here keep talking about me. I need you to come have my back.
Bodyguard.
Yeah. But he didn't say anything because Gabe still kept messing with him, and he really didn't say anything. He said one thing like, how do you know Mahmoud? You don't know Mahmoud. That's it. That's all he said. But honestly, I love that Jamie came in with a couple of questions from Nicole. Nobody is being held accountable in this tell-all for their sloppy mess that they're doing. Nicole agreed to be a Muslim, and she's not living the life of a Muslim woman. Now, apparently, they have different ways that they can do it, but come on. Mahmoud is a traditional Orthodox Muslim. You knew that going in. So I agree with Gabe, and trust me, I did not believe with Gabe. I did not, agree with Gabe on a lot of shit. But this is one thing I did agree with him on, that they should go ahead and split up. Now, hey, it's easier said than done if they love each other. But I'm sorry, that is not enough. You guys have nothing in common other than the fact that you have the hots for each other. That is it.
And I agree on that about no one being held accountable, because the whole time I was like, where are these questions? At least if you're going to question the one side, please question the other. That we, like, the whole world thinks that like one way pretty much. There's a couple of differing opinions about, first of all, Chris and Jamie. Why would you even go into whose side are you on, or who do you think's telling the truth? Come on, we watched this woman lie for like the whole season and make up stories. Like, I feel like, in my opinion, I would believe her. And then, like, even to not even question, well, do you believe that because you said you would convert to Muslim, do you think that you should, in fact, follow some of the traditions, or at least have studied the
Some of them
religion?
at least.
Like, instead
Okay.
of wearing an open armed shirt, like, hi, I'm Muslim. It's like she
Right.
could dress how she
James
wants,
is
right? But just
true.
say you're going to remain Christian. Like, that's fine. Oh,
I love it.
we
That's
got
what she should have
comments
done.
here. Mahmoud is very immature. Good luck raising that man child, Buddha said. Yeah, he
Right?
definitely, if his brother's got to take care of him, he needs some growing up. Mahmoud is already here, Renee said. I saw a video clip of production filming at the LA airport. Wow, insider Renee, always on the case. And Shay J said, while on vacation, I met an Arab man and he told me American women should stop visiting Muslim countries. He was disgusted about the treatment all women receive in general. Wow. Buddha said
Wow.
she heard that too about him being in America. Wow, Shay J. What? Buddha said.
So Mahmoud is
KT.
here in America. Mahmoud is here in America.
That's what we're hearing here. Yep. And
Nice.
Shay Renee said she saw a video clip, and KT is in the house.
What's up, KT? Welcome, sweetheart. Thank you.
Got one more
Yeah,
comment
man.
from Dolly
Like,
before we move on. 90 Day Fiancé Debbie confirmed producers asked cast to go easy on Chris during the tell-all.
are you kidding me?
Why are we going easy on her, though? She's not
She
going
does
easy
not
on
need to
Jamie.
be going easy on. You know what I mean? She does not need to be easy going on. But, that's crazy, But I think they also went easy on Nicole. Nobody held Nicole really accountable other than Jamie for agreeing to be a Muslim and then allowing everybody to throw shade at Mahmoud and not throw shade at her.
For
It's
practicing
like
his
she is
religion.
the one, she's the one that's wrong in this scenario. It's not Mahmoud. Mahmoud is just going about business as usual, living a life as a regular Muslim. And she agreed to it. So stop dragging the shit out. You need to get divorced from this man and let him go marry a Muslim woman who will follow the traditions that he's used to.
Apparently that is, and plus they were in his country. Like, usually when in Rome, it's not.
Well, what did she think she was going to do? I'm curious about that in the comment section. What do you guys think she thought, that if I bring him to America, maybe he'll change?
I think that's
No.
she can also do what she wants because she's going to have a lot of support too. She's not going to be in his country, in his culture, with his family, you know what I mean? And his mom, his whole,
Right.
she's going to have all her support system over here. So she's going to do what she wants. He's going to get upset. Or I think this could happen. What if he becomes Americanized and she starts to get jealous of the other women? He's got a job and he's out and about. We might have a whole nother issue. Like, you can do what you want. I've already got like a Pedro situation. Dolly.
And we believe that might happen. Why? Because he got caught talking on the phone to somebody in China.
Yes.
So we know Mahmoud is definitely open to having other conversations. I think he's going to get over here and act like a kid in a candy shop and lose his damn mind. And he's going to end up cheating on her. And they're going to end up divorcing anyway. And he's going to end up staying in the States with somebody else.
Definitely could happen.
That's what I think.
Like what's the lady that was with the guy from Egypt last time? The one you make fun of his voice all the time?
Muhammad?
Yes, that's the
You're
one.
talking about Muhammad? I can see your underwear.
Chris has issues, Dolly said, and Buddha said Nicole is very hard-headed. She's gonna learn the hard way. Yes, she is. She's in one way she's kind of looks like flip-floppy, like, oh, I'll do this if you say it, and I'll do this if you say it, and okay, I'll become a Muslim. I don't want to become a Muslim. And Dolly said Nicole's got to understand she can't change Mahmoud's traditions. Right. She can.
That's it.
She can. And I think, in my opinion, maybe I'm wrong, I feel like he has been a little bit lenient. Like I don't feel like he is
Oh yeah.
like I'm going to beat you if you don't wear this. And please, honey, wear the hijab.
And then they asked him, "Are you still going to ask?" He said, "Yeah, I am going to ask that of her. Why should I change? That's who I am. That's what I expect my wife to be. So yeah, I'm not going to stop trying to get her to do that. Why would I just all of a sudden throw that out the window? I want her to dress that way. So I'm going to keep asking her until she either conforms or, we get divorced, period.
I attribute it
He's not going to
to
stop trying."
her, like, well, for me, like, let's say someone that we were, this isn't how we hooked, got together, but let's say someone got together with someone who ethically thought they should eat vegan, and the person said, no, I want to continue to do what I do, and they would say, okay, fine. What if the person said, yes, I want to be vegan, I'll convert fully, and then eats a steak in front of them? I feel like that's what she kind of was doing, like, yeah, I'll be Muslim, but I'm going to wear what I want, I'm going to do what I want, like, she's like,
Yeah,
it's like,
I'll be vegan
right,
as soon as
she's
I
just
finish
eating
this
a steak
hamburger.
right in front of the vegan, right?
Oh, yeah, I ate the hamburger, but this steak is just so good,
I'll
honey.
only eat half
I
of it.
promise. I promise I'll be vegan next week. I
Right.
promise. I promise.
Like, and so I just feel like
Yeah.
some of the stuff, it was like, even though he's wrong the way he handles things, I feel like some of the stuff he's justified to say, hey, why don't you try to study the religion, like the brother said? Maybe try to get
Yeah,
into
she's
it.
not even trying. She tried a little bit. She learned a prayer or two,
But even
and
during the
she put
prayer,
the thing
she
on.
was sorry.
She put the thing on while she was in the prayer session. But after that, all bets are off. She took it right off, and she's never put it back on since.
I thought even when she goes to visit his family, it would have been nice to put the thing on the head, just like how you would take your hat off if it's a guy going in someone's house.
Yep. Yep. I
Renee's
think
got a
so.
comment up here. Wearing hijab has nothing to do with Mahmoud. It's about her relationship with God. If she wears the hijab only because he wants her to, it's just about control and nothing to do with God and her faith. That's exactly true. Yeah, she
That's a good
should have
point, and
probably
that's
got
her
it.
point.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's Nicole's point. She's like, there's other way. But here's the thing. Even Mahmoud said in the tell-all, you can worship what your relationship is with God is between you and God. I'm saying that because I traditionally want her to be that way because that's how it is in my country and that's how I was raised. But her relationship with God is her relationship with God. I don't think he's going to be as controlling as people think he is.
Yeah, as long as she has a relationship or tries, I think, to get into
Yeah.
it instead of
I think if
using
she
it.
does some of the other stuff, he may slowly but surely pull back off of that a little bit.
Yes, I think good point, Renee. That's true, Dawn.
She prays with him, goes to, but she's going to have to wear a hijab if she goes to mosque. I can tell you that right now. She ain't going up in there looking like Cleopatra.
Was anybody watching Match Me Abroad? That lady on there, the one that's never been on a date before, she calls the lady, like the matchmaker lady, and she's like, is there any, how should I dress? And she's like, well, you can, it's pretty lenient. You can dress how you want, but when you go to mosque, you have to wear the hijab. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And so that is true. I guess that is a very respectful thing. Like if you dress nice to go to church, I guess.
I mean, look at Shida. We don't know what Shida's hair looks like. We have never, ever, ever seen that woman with that. And she's stylish. Hook up with Shida. You're part of the 90-day family now. Hook up with Shida. She'll hook you up. Shida looks wonderful. And we have never, ever seen her, nothing, none of her skin. So, and she finds a stylish way, and she's built like Nicole. She's like tall and thin like a model. So,
I thought
she
that
might
would
hook.
have been great for her being a fashion person,
Yeah.
Nicole, to design those and wear
Gotta
them.
find a way to shine it up a little bit. So maybe she needs to, if she does decide to start doing it, if she hooks up with her, I'm sure she can hook her up with some stylish versions of clothing that she can wear. You know what I mean?
Buddha, does that say Stanka? Was that the lady's name? Renee said she watched the first episode and is behind. Oh, I like it. It's good. I'm on like episode 3. And Renee said Mahmoud would never approve of her outfits. That's true. Dolly said never dated from Jackson, Mississippi. Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, the chick that never dated. It
She
was a donkey and it was a car going this way and a bike going that way.
I loved it. I screen recorded that and showed it to Dawn because she wasn't in the room when I saw that part, because I thought I gotta save this when she was like everything was going every which way.
That was
Shida's
so. We got
outfits, Renee
Gabe.
said, are all form fitting and
Yeah,
completely show the
yeah.
outlines
I
of her
think
figure.
Nicole would like it. I think Nicole would like it if she hooked up with Shot and did some of that stuff. But I don't know. I can't see Nicole covering her hair. She is adamant about that, and we know how she values that little bob wig cut she's got going on. So I don't know that she would cover the hair. You know what I mean? But Gabe and Isabel. Wow, guys. So Monica shows up looking like a dime, okay? Got the hair, got the dress on, and it's like, what? Well, where was all of this at the wedding? And then come to find out, you know, Isabel wanted her to be at the wedding. She had a dress already picked out for her. And she's saying that the reason she didn't go was because she didn't want to go there crying. I'm sorry. That is some bullshit. Okay, go to the. Who's not crying at a wedding? You'd have fit right in. Okay, that's no excuse. I didn't want to go to the wedding crying. Who the hell's not crying? Okay, so that was bullshit. She should have went to the wedding, regardless of how she felt. And well, I didn't know. Well, go to the wedding and find out.
There was a part of this missing that we weren't hearing though last week before we talked to Monica, that she got her feelings hurt because of him saying that she took it as she's the problem in all his relationships.
Breaking
What
up.
the common denominator is, she was holding a grudge and showing, I'm going to show him because he said that, then I'm not even going. And like you said, it's something, I think one of the tell-all people said it too. It's like, yeah, you can discuss that later, but she got her feelings hurt. But the real common denominator is that she feels like she's losing her brother and he's going to another country. And that's what she's really upset about. So I feel like that, but I'm glad they worked it out. I really am.
I am. I'm glad they worked it out because, you know, and he went over there and talked to her or sat beside her because he kind of felt bad. But then Sean politely said, okay, we need you to take your seat. He was trying to bond with his sister. Let him sit next to her. What's the problem? You know, but anyway.
And how did she not know that she was supposed to be part of the wedding? Like, what is going on with this communication thing? Why didn't she call Monica? Don't they have their numbers? Like, she didn't know. As Gabe was supposed to tell her? Is Gabe trying to cause a rift? Like, what was the deal there?
Right, and they blamed it on Gabe, and rightfully so, because Gabe is the go-between.
But the mom didn't know either?
Well, yeah, well, apparently not. She said Gabe is secretive. And we saw that.
Yeah.
You know, he does leave stuff out. So
well, he didn't leave nothing out of the tell-all, though, did he? He was all in their business.
He didn't say nothing. He didn't say anything to what's her name? What's his wife's name? Isabel, about what was going on.
Right. It was terrible communication.
So he is secretive.
They have to watch that if they're going to be together a long time. Hopefully he seems too scared, like she said. Maybe he is scared to say anything.
Well, you know what? Another thing I don't like about Gabe is the fact that his boy Trey said that women approach him in the club and he's like, choose your words carefully, Trey. I don't say nothing. That's also BS because there's no way that first of all, what are you doing hanging out with a single dude? Okay, if you just got married. Okay, but this was before I understand that. But you can't tell me that if some chicks are coming up to Gabe, he's just turning around and not saying nothing.
No, he's having conversations, telling them how his was converted, maybe, and all his like talking about his underwear company.
To him, and he can't get no chick pregnant. I think he'd cheat on her. I do.
Do you?
Maybe not right now because it's honeymoon season.
He is awfully secretive.
I got Gabe cheating on her.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it. Before the tell-all. And before the whole season, when it first started, I would have trusted Gabe without a doubt. Now, something sketchy, sometimes the way him and the friend kind of give each other eyes, like he's hiding something, like, don't tell her that. And then from the friend saying that, like, I don't know. I definitely feel like Gabe is cool, but I don't trust him either now. And look, this is funny. You remember how I said Stanka earlier? Her name is Danica. Buddha said, sorry, I spelled it wrong. Gabe's eyes all bulging, Dolly said, and Renee said, didn't it seem strange how it seemed like Gabe's mom was so disengaged when Monica and Gabe were fighting? Yes, like I can't believe she didn't call Monica and be like, please come to your brother's wedding. You're gonna regret this.
Why didn't she get in the middle of that?
Was his mom there at the tell-all?
Yeah, no. Yeah. What's up with that?
I didn't see her. I just thought of it.
Why wasn't mom at the tell-all?
Buddha said she agrees, Renee. That just didn't seem
weird
right.
That the mother didn't come to the tell-all. Maybe she wanted to have the spotlight on. But yeah, I don't know what's up with that. But the mom definitely is on the half when it comes to kind of keeping her kids on an even keel, or keeping them, magnanimous with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why didn't you get on the phone and talk to Monica and tell her, that's dead wrong. Why are you not coming to the wedding?
And she she definitely regretted it because she's had time to calm down. You could see that.
Yeah, that's what all the tears were about.
Go ahead and become a sister to Isabel instead of trying to fight this thing. She's reaching out to you. You can have that relationship with her and your brother. And
right now she's got a sister back.
Right.
Okay, now she got a brother and a sister. She had the sister. Now the sister's her brother. She can get her sister back.
She just seems like it was like the whole thing, all that together. It was just too much for her. Like, Gabe's going over here. We didn't even know the girl. We didn't know he was getting married. He didn't tell me about the wedding. Now he's getting married. I don't even know if she wants me at the wedding. I don't know if I like her. And oh, she's really nice. Now that messed up even more because it's like, I didn't want to like her. That's what I felt like it was like. But Isabel's a very nice girl and genuine, so I think there was no chance that she couldn't have gotten along with her. Even now, they're willing to just forget.
Gabe kills me with his looks, man.
I couldn't stand him on the tell-all. I'm sorry about that, if anybody is offended by it, but he was just really getting on my nerves with his opinions about everybody. They said he was the Jabri of the tell-all.
Yeah, it's like, don't be the Jabri of the tell-all, man.
Some of the stuff he was on point with, and then most of the stuff, though, I disagreed with him and Debbie.
Yeah, I didn't like the way he badgered my mood. I didn't like that. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, it's between him and his wife. It's not up to you to keep calling him out because you got issues too. So... But moving right along. Okay, so we're gonna save them for last. So we got Chris and Jamie, right? So Chris's mom shows up. And how about Miss Debbie? She really, I don't know about you guys. Let me know what you feel about this in the comment section. Debbie pissed me off so bad. Predator? What? If anybody was the predator, it was Chris. Honestly, seeking out somebody else's head to fuck up. Excuse my French, YouTube. Because that explains why she's not with anybody now. Chris has problems. And unfortunately, she pulled this poor girl into it. And I think the mother knew it, but she wasn't saying anything. But I tell you what, though, Jen, something did kind of make sense. Chris, who said it? The tell-all guy, Tim, right? Mm-hmm. Tim made a comment that made a whole lot of sense. He said that it actually didn't make sense that she would have only sent $1,700, but yet Jamie was still hanging on. He said, I don't care how much she loved Chris, she would have not still been, if she would have not still been hanging on if that chick had only sent her $1,700.
Yeah, and what I think too is that what didn't add up, and what I feel like nobody even called her out about, and her mom, I feel like admitted it in some way at the end where she said, I feel like she went over there and it was like she bit off more than she could chew. Basically, she realized she didn't want to be there.
Wanted to let us know the truth.
Yeah, and that's what ended up happening. Like she was, feeling all like, oh, I'm, gonna be with this woman in another country, and she's feeling like, oh, sugar mama, because I'm pretty sure in the beginning she made her feel that way by, oh, here's some shoes and here's whatever you need, I got you, because she, felt like Miss Hot Stuff with this younger woman or whatever. And then she gets over there and things become too real. She can't get her medication and she wanted out. So she made it out by using the money, saying, I got to go work and I'm sending you every penny. I just feel like I didn't like the way she made her look like she was a gold digger when the whole time she wanted Jamie to come over there with her. I mean, Chris. So, like, if she would have just been happy with her sending her all her money, she wouldn't have been crying. Like, no one said to her, Chris, you decided to go over there and live, right? So what happened to that plan? Were you just going to live in America forever and try to send her rent money? Like, I don't understand what happened to the part where she said we're going to get a business, and are they saving for a business? It seemed like she was struggling just to pay the rent to her.
Yeah, I don't know how she was going to start a business when she can't even afford to pay an extra $150 a month in rent.
Right.
Okay. Right. It's like, what business are you starting? What kind of food truck are you starting? A Tonka truck?
And you got to have money as startup money, so you couldn't have had no money.
It takes money to make money. Businesses just don't start on a whim like that. You got to plan for that shit. And I don't know what she thought she was going to. And then, furthermore, she left and went to the United States, claiming she's sending Jamie all the money. But I thought you were trying to get something started. Why aren't you saving some money? And she didn't talk any more about the business.
And then further, the other thing that didn't make sense completely is the way
Were you about to say
furthermore? I was thinking I was writing. Just bouncing on you. Furthermore,
I think she's a predator.
Beverly Jen over here.
Sit your Osama loving ass down somewhere.
Yeah, and I feel like she really took that on a weird turn after everything that we've watched Chris put Jamie through during this season with her first. And then she said she knew about my health injuries. Well, it sure looked like you were telling her for the first time. And then if you needed $10,000 to get this surgery, but you sent her $10,000 over 6 months, wouldn't you wanted to get yourself together and get yourself fixed? Like, it just, nothing was adding up. And then Debbie chiming in was getting on, like, thank you. Renee said she agrees. Miss Debbie annoyed her during this whole tell-all. It's like, I understand you might be friends with Chris and you're mad at Osama, but Jamie didn't do anything to this lady, in my opinion.
No, she did not.
Oh, Buddha said
Debbie Bismol.
Debbie Bismol. Dolly said, I guess that's why they said go easy on Chris. And then Buddha said, talking about, I heard my ex-boyfriend was sending pics and they went to her ex place, kicked in the door, breaks his phone, and then runs out.
Show of hands.
And then
Who believes she went there and kicked the boyfriend's door? And yeah, right, Chris.
She was bringing up old stuff too, which I didn't like, all the way back before we had already seen that they got past that part where she had texted the other woman, but it turns out she would ghosted her. But I'm pretty sure that we heard that, and like Chris agreed that she ghosted her, during the season. It was like she was forgetting her own lies. And then I think it was so funny. One of the tell-all people was saying like she was telling all kinds of stories.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. Chris has issues, and her son has issues, her daughter has issues, and her mother has issues. And all of them need to take their issues and just go over there somewhere and leave that poor girl Jamie out of it, because quite frankly, I'm glad that it's over. She never wanted to be with her. After she got there, she changed her mind. I don't know if she just wanted a piece of ass real quick or what, but she got what she wanted. She got a little fling. Just go ahead on about. She's like, I'm not going to say. And then Jamie says, I hope she, takes care of her mental health. To me, that wasn't an insult. It was something that
we were all thinking
from somebody. Yeah, and coming from somebody who genuinely cared about her. She's like, yeah, get some help, basically, because bitch, you crazy. Get some help. Okay? And I didn't think it was for, see, look, see,
She
that
was still
wasn't that
trying to
bad.
make her look bad. She should
She
have been
was showing
apologizing and
concern.
say, "Look, I'm sorry. I didn't want this relationship. I realized, and you're a good girl. Go ahead on your way. I don't have the money to do this." Whatever she wanted to say.
Yeah, she didn't leave her. She left her.
Should I catch up the comments for you real quick before we move?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, honey.
Buddha said Chris had no receipts to prove anything, but I do agree with Tim when he said you have to shell out some money to keep a woman. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And Buddha said, why didn't anyone ask Chris why ask Jamie to quit her job? Exactly. That's what I mean. It was so unfair to poor Jamie.
I, on the picture, call her out. Why was nobody calling her out?
And she also
uses... She was not being held accountable at all.
Right.
At all for anything that she did. She went there. How come nobody addressed, well, gee, what happened to the bike that you were supposed to get the money from? You couldn't go to the court case, but what happened to the court case?
Nothing ever said about that. That was just another story.
Nothing else was even said about it. She didn't go, but that didn't mean it didn't happen.
Right.
If it was even real.
I don't think it was.
Did you get any money from that?
Wait.
Okay, so you didn't get any money from that. Okay, let's go on to this one. What about the food truck? Are you even planning on getting a food truck? Okay, well, do you have receipts for the money that you sent?
That's what Buddha said. She didn't even have receipts for anything. And because her bank account, they told her it was compromised. So that means she can't ever get a receipt from when she had the bank account for 10 years.
Do you have paperwork from the identity theft situation? No, crickets. You know what I mean? So it's like she had no proof of anything that she said, but yet and still Jamie's showing us picture after picture after picture. Pictures of her with her boyfriend. Pictures of receipts of what she was sent.
Dolly.
It's that simple.
Dolly said Chris is a cuckoo.
Yeah, Chris is gone. And I think Dolly. I think Jamie meant that in good faith that she should go get some help.
Yes, I think she needs some help too.
I don't think she was doing it to be facetious. I think she was like, honestly, after being with you for a little bit, something's not right and you need to go maybe talk to somebody. I think she meant it genuinely.
Maybe if there has to be two going, her and Danielle can go to therapy together. Buddha said someone should have said, we seen you ghost Jamie for 1 month on the show. Exactly. It's not like she don't disconnect and not call her and I'm not going to lose my job for anybody. Oh, not for your wife that's been calling? Like,
right. And she doesn't even have a job. She did odd jobs, which means she's working for herself.
What is she talking about? That's the thing. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not going to leave work. Work where? I thought you were like cleaning driveways and toilets and shit.
And I don't. Who took your phone away? They took her phone away. They.
Who is they? You know, she's so full of crap. You know,
who takes your phone away at a job anyway? Like you would get written up, but they don't come.
They can't just take your phone.
Don't put that in your locker.
Right. So Danielle and Johan. Okay. We called it here first.
Dolly said Chris is a compulsive liar while you're looking for the... I had to get one more Chrisism in.
We called it here first on J&J video. Y'all like...
I love that.
Dude on her shoulder.
I love that
so looking like Marvin the Martian.
Got her little oh my gosh, that's funny.
It's like, okay, Johan says, I'm done. Mark my words, you guys. Johan has another woman. Okay? He's probably got another woman all lined up in the hotel. That's why he said, when the lease is done, we're done. He is probably hooked up with somebody else. Like I said at the beginning of the season, when he gets wind that she's full of shit, he is going to roll out. And that's exactly what he's doing. And I'll bet you he's not leaving her alone. He's going with somebody else that's going to bring his ass to the States. No doubt. Because his DMs probably blew up when people saw how she treated him and what she did to him. And he's had a chance to watch the season back. So he knows that she lied to him about the visa. He knows that she had no intention on taking it to the States. Okay, he was able to sit back and watch all that. Why y'all think he's like, I'm done? Oh yeah, no, we're not going to therapy. I'm done.
Yeah,
He saw all that shit and was like, oh hell no. She what? Okay. Yeah, that's it. And the X too? Oh yeah, you done.
I think the whole season has been like, I feel like, and it's just Danielle's nature. She feels like she's the mother of everyone in the world, but I feel like she never really takes accountability. Like, maybe I shouldn't have said that, or maybe I shouldn't have done that, or maybe I did hurt his feelings. I don't really, and maybe I'm wrong and didn't see the very end of the tell all when they were speaking to her, but I don't feel like she ever really takes any accountability. Obviously, they're both wrong in certain situations. He was immature the way he handled the meeting with the ex, but she was also very like talks down to him. We know that from the whole season.
Yeah, she's very
I didn't like
emasculating.
when she said, "Well, if you're going to be the one, if I got to pay all the bills, then you be the wife." You know what I mean? Like a guy like that, that's probably not the best thing to say, because you're making him feel like he's lesser of a man because he didn't have enough money, when you're the one that actually held your money over his head the whole relationship. And it seems like, to me, during I'm going to bring you to I'm going to bring you to America with, with my money and get you a visa and stuff. So like, I just feel
Do
like,
you guys think in the chat that Johan is helping her pay those bills? Because remember, Jen, he said he's actually helping her pay the
I don't know
bills.
that I believe he's paying half, but I mean, I think he is probably paying something like he would want to.
Yeah, he said we split it 50-50.
And she's not the most honest person, so that's a tough one there.
She may very well be using him for money too, because she
A
may have
visa.
been like, yeah, you need to get a better job so we can live. I can see her pulling that crap and him doing it. So now he's probably making more money because she's either not working or doesn't, she's about to run out of money.
Right. And well, here's the thing. Oh, Buddha, we missed that last comment of yours. Imagine her ass working on all those meds with a neck brace and falling asleep. What the fuck? Oh, that was about Chris. I was like, yeah, I was like, wait, am I looking at Danielle? I just got it. Oh my God, that's funny.
She dozed out on the job.
Johan said, or Renee said, Johan showed who he really was. He came off very abusive. Yeah, he's really like done, right? Johan is out, Dolly said. Renee said Dolly went live on Instagram. Is that what that's Instagram? And said she cheated the other day. Whoa. Oh,
Who, what now?
He cheated. So you may be right, Don. But
What happened?
Renee said Danielle went live on Instagram and said he cheated the other day. Like not just going out with his ex like she did, I'm assuming. Talking about real cheating. Right? Like you were right, Don. That's what it was. He had another woman, because when he said he was done, you knew it. He was already seeing somebody.
I could write this shit.
You
I'm telling you, I saw it coming a mile away.
Buddha said
I saw that
Johan
coming.
ain't playing half ish with $90. Shoot, that's half of half of
But
air
let me
to
tell you
me, right?
something.
I mean, I don't.
We saw Pedro, right? Remember how Pedro was when he was done?
Yep.
And they're both from the DR. I don't know what it is with these guys with the DR when they're done, but when they're done with you, they're done with you. And Johan is done with Danielle. He has moved on. When she pulled the plug on the US thing, he let that slide. But then when she started talking to him like crap, demanding that he make more money, started emasculating him, and then brought the ex in on top to seal the deal. He was complete. He probably started cheating before
Well,
all
he
of, you
probably
know what
felt
I mean?
insecure when she started bringing the ex up and bringing him into the picture and got his own chick.
Remember when he said she would pay for that?
Mm-hmm. He's very
He was probably like,
facetious.
it was probably a chick hitting on him at the hotel. He was keeping it clean because he was married. And when she started in on the ex, all bets were off. He admitted it in the tell-all. He said, no, because we can't be back together because I no longer feel the need to show our relationship and our marriage the same respect that I did before. He's cluing you in
Mm-hmm.
that he is cheating.
He had
Okay.
like when
I don't have to show this relationship any more respect. What does that mean?
mm-hmm.
I can do what I want. You do what you want. Okay, I can do what I
That's
want.
the
You know how
thing.
many chicks have me at the hotel? I'm done.
You have to watch, like, some she knows that, like, she said, I was at that birthday party, which was very rude, by the way, of him, but he said,
I didn't like that. No.
she said, okay, I saw for the first time how cold he can be, but in my opinion, he saw for the first time how cold she could be to his feelings the day before, saying, I'm going to go out with my ex anyway. And in that culture, I think that did not go over well, like you said, with him. Like her saying, I didn't even say I care, what you're thinking. She's like, this is what I do. That's just me. I'm going to do it. So
Get
he
over
cut
it.
out at that point. I think you're exactly right. And you called that last night. And our
Yeah.
insider here, Renee, knew the story on it.
Wow, you guys have all the
I
scoop. You got
know.
all the tea.
Buddha
But
said,
yeah,
I follow Danielle on Instagram and she goes live sometimes with Jamie and Isabel. Oh, okay. Renee said rather. She was talking to Buddha. Johan looks like he's had enough, Shonda said. He sure did.
and he should.
Don't forget Luis from Luis and Molly. He was another scammer, Renee said. And Buddha said, really cool. I would love to see more of Jamie's receipts. And Shonda said, she's a complete narcissist. Yeah. That relationship,
Who,
it's got to be over. I'm sure she means Danielle. Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, they just are
Yeah,
not
I
going to
don't
be
know
good
what.
for each other.
Nah, and at this point, it's not even. Johan doesn't want to work it out, and he probably doesn't want to work it out because he's probably got something else lined up that will get him to the
Mm-hmm.
States. Because remember, that is his ultimate goal, to get to the States. He was in love, and that was something that came with the package. But when she took that off the table and then started treating him like shit, all bets were off. So he's like, you know what? I'm not staying in this marriage. Let me go ahead on and do my thing. I'm going to find somebody who wants to take me to the States. Guaranteed Johan ends up over here with somebody else. And Danielle's going to be all over Instagram talking about how he cheated, how he's over here illegally, or he should be deported. She's going to do it. You already know. You already know. He's going to come over here with somebody else, and Danielle's going to go ballistic about that shit. But she shouldn't have done what she did. But here's the thing. She's the one that ended up using Johan to get a visa so she could get out of the States and run from her financial obligations, because I bet you tax money is involved. I bet you taxes are in there somewhere. That's why she wanted to escape the country. Think about it. What makes you leave the country?
Right.
Because everybody else was like, oh, okay, why didn't you go to Florida? What? No. If you had to leave the country, something's not right. Okay, either you killed somebody, you stole something, or you're running from the government. It's one of them couple of things there. So chances are, with all of her bankruptcy history, she probably owes back taxes too.
Allegedly.
So allegedly.
Johan.
So she had to skip the country. She needed Johan.
Exactly. That's another way to look at it.
She
And
used
maybe
him.
Debbie was trying to use Osama, right? Johan is Shonda said, Johan is an alpha male and wants to take care of her and his family, but she constantly emasculates him. That's what I also feel like he had enough of, that he was feeling like he was a kid and she was always like, if I don't take care of it, nothing gets done. And I mean, people speak to their other like that, but there's a certain type of relationship that can talk to each other like that. He wasn't that kind of guy that was going to not take that personally.
Be quiet. When I'm speaking, you do not talk. Come on now. He's a grown man. How dare you?
KT said, though,
said
I don't care if he's done. What makes her mad is he wants to end the relationship just being disrespectful and doing things that is hurtful. That's true. They have been together a long time. So I think she said it right. He says things that he doesn't mean when he gets really, you know what I mean? Like
well, so did she. She said it was done.
Yep.
Why can't she say it's done and he can't say it's done? But remember the last episode that she was on? She was like, shut up. I don't want to talk anymore. I've never once heard him tell her to shut up. Not
That's
on camera.
She
she's
definitely talks
extremely
down to him.
disrespectful to him, and nobody wants to sit up and keep hearing that person talking to them like that, especially if you're alpha. You don't go for that shit. It's like, who the fuck you talking to? So that's where he's at with it.
That's why it's toxic now, because they're both, to both sides, they both have been now disrespectful. He kept it together for a long time, but he's now at the point where he doesn't care. Danielle's life is a mess, Dolly said. Yeah, and she's taking that out anywhere she can.
Yeah.
JJ said
she's roped poor Johan into it, and Johan is got a life raft somewhere else and said, I'm off this shit, baby.
Shay said, true story. I dated a guy from the Dominican Republic. We met in, is it Jamaica? I'm not sure. During the pandemic, we grew apart and he reconnected with an ex from Canada. Lucky me. He has his papers, so I didn't have to close invest. Oh, investigate. Okay. Wow, that's crazy.
So you could have very well ended up on the show. That would have been wild.
Yeah, we could have had like.
If one of y'all end up on this show, I swear you better give me that interview.
Definitely, you already signed the contract. It's verbal agreement.
We don't have to talk about any specifics because I know you'll be under an NDA.
You just come on and talk about everybody else,
right? Man. So that pretty much sums up the other way. If you guys want, we can talk about the ultimatum. Anybody here watching the ultimatum?
Oh yeah, that's what Renee was saying earlier.
Unless you guys want to still talk about these guys, feel free. But yeah, we can definitely talk about the ultimatum a little bit too before we go, because that show is crazy. So you have, how many couples is it? It was like 5 or 6, wasn't it? So you had Xander and Vanessa. Okay, Xander and Vanessa. You had Mal and who was Yoli? Mal and Yoli. You had Sam and Aussie. You had Tiff and.
Now, Renee only saw the first 4 episodes, so don't give her any spoilers, I think.
Okay, you had Tiff and Mildred, right? And then you had what's the chick? The tall chick.
The crazy one?
No, that's Vanessa. The tall chick with the blonde hair. Oh my God, that couple. Ray and oh man, because
Ray.
Anybody know her name?
So the blonde said Mildred is with Tiff, right? Or what?
Yeah, Mildred is with Tiff. But who's with Mal? Who is that tall blonde? I mean Ray. Well, she's with Mal now, but she's with Ray, the Chinese girl. Oh God, what is her name?
I can't think of it. I must be getting tired. Lexi, Renee said?
Lexi. Yes, it's Lexi.
Renee definitely is into this show. She's got all the facts. Buddha said she'll give you an interview if it happens because she knows people from all over. So you already got her agreement.
Sounds good. Sounds good. We will have them on here, and that'll be fun. You got to come up with us on the panel and interview them though. But man. Okay, so here's the deal. I can't wait to find out what happens when Xander finds out that when Mal finds out that Xander, because she's so busy over there helping Lexi get over the fact that Ray and Vanessa slept together. But wait till Mal finds out that Xander has tapped her girl's ass and continues to tap it. Well,
messy.
Okay, they're falling for each other. Xander and Yoli, dude, they are feeling each other.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what's going to happen with that, because as much as Mal is into Lexi honestly is still into Ray. She's still into her ex. And Mal is going to get heartbroken because Yali is falling for Xander hard. And Vanessa is, she don't give a shit. She don't give a shit about nobody, nothing or nobody. Okay. Ray is a temporary thing. And Ray is kind of okay with that. But I think Ray and Lexi are going to end up back together. Mal's going to end up out in the cold with nobody because Xander is going to end up with, because Xander doesn't want to be with Vanessa anymore because she is falling for, might as well say he going to turn out to be a trans watch. But anyway, but she is definitely going to end up with Yoli. I really think those two are falling for each other and are going to end up together.
Renee said, I guess you already started answering it. Do you think any of the couples will go back to their original partners? I used to think Tiff and Mildred, but now I'm not so sure.
Yeah, Tiff and Mildred, but Sam seems to be getting through to Tiff a little bit. She's a little bit more patient with her. And good God Almighty, Aussie and Sam, woo!
What is? I get their names mixed up because I'm not caught up yet. So the girl with the well, I can't think of. I don't know their names.
Well, who are they? I know their names. What's up?
I think it was the black girl with the she has real short hair.
Mal.
That's Mal. Okay, that's what I was trying to think of. I don't think she's gonna get back with her ex. I think she's gonna go with the new girl. But I could be wrong.
Lexi? But that's the problem. Lexi wants her ex.
Oh,
but I don't know. Now after she cheated on her, yeah, you might be right, Jen. She may not go back to her because she had an affair with Vanessa.
Oh, okay.
But she did something stupid. She told her about it. Like, why would you do that? You right now, you were in a couple with this girl. So you don't owe Lexi anything. You don't owe her that. She didn't need to hear that. All that served was to upset her.
Renee, you're right. She said, I just want you to love my dog. I mean, she was really going off about that dog. Buddha said, that's fine. I'll either be an Australian, Irish, aka Ireland, or UK Boo. Because I got friends trying to hook me up hard like they're matchmakers. So you need to go.
Wow. Got the match Buddha abroad.
You're definitely going to get a 90-day fiance over here.
Oh my goodness, Buddha! If you end up on that show, you should go on the show.
That should be the show. Match Buddha abroad. Renee, that's funny. She's got the dog emojis up too.
Dude, I mean, Tiff is serious about this dog. I would be like, okay, well, yeah, no, sorry, we can't sleep with the dog. We used to sleep with our cat, and I ended up getting some really bad allergies from that. So it's like, but here's my thing. If she says, and she seems to be okay, she's like, listen, I'm open. Why are you going off on me? I didn't say no. I just said it's just going to take some getting used to. Calm down. Damn.
I know what I mean? Was missing Mildred.
She went off and right. I think she definitely is was trying to sabotage the relationship because she wanted to get back with Mildred.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Mildred seems to be. Wait a minute, who's Mildred with again? Who did Mildred hook up with?
Oh,
right, Mildred hooked up with Who the hell did Mildred hook up with?
We're gonna have to write these down next week and get them together on index
cards. Because a lot of them look alike. There's a lot of Oriental women in this. There's a lot of them that look alike to me. Mildred hooked up with who?
And the short hair. I can't remember. Mildred was with.
Yeah, Sam was with Aussie originally. So Mildred, I think, hooked up with Aussie. And she did, because she is cussing Aussie out something terrible. And she's used to that cussing toxic shit because she's with Tiff. And you see how Tiff is about that dog. So we know that relationship is full of sparks all day long. Okay? So, and Aussie's not used to that because Sam is mild-mannered and she offsets Tiff really well. That's why Tiff kind of calmed down and was like, okay, was I a little bit much? She was like, yeah, you were. She was like, okay, well, I appreciate you still hanging in there with me and talking it through. And then now Tiff is starting to realize that, wait a minute, Sam might be more my speed, because I don't need somebody who's bucking back up against me all the time and yelling back and screaming. I need somebody to kind of offset that. And Sam seems to be doing that. Maybe I'm missing Mildred for all the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? The sex is good, but that's all we have. This chick actually really gets me, and it's helping me to calm down and come off of some of that hostile shit. You know, that's what I need. So who knows? Because Mildred is yelling and screaming at Aussie, and I think she misses the fireworks that she had with Tip. But Aussie is not that girl. You know, she's like Miss Calm, cool, collected. I don't want to really be married, and don't talk to me like that. You know what I mean? Miss Meditation.
Buddha.
So
you are not going to believe this, but I was just about to say that before. She said, I haven't heard the name Mildred in a while. That's an old soul's name, like Ruth Mabel. Yeah, like I was going to say, that
Martha.
sounds like somebody that's on 90 Day Fiancé, the old person that season that's hooking up with the 20-year-old man.
We said the same thing.
That's
it's like
funny, Mildred. I'm like, yeah, that's one I have not heard in a while.
It's like a Henrietta, or like you said, Ruth.
Yeah. The Asian woman with the short hair, Renee said,
awesome.
So forgive my ignorance, but if a person refers to a lesbian as masculine or feminine, is that disrespectful? I thought it was, but they seem to be using those terms on the show. I don't think so. I mean, I don't.
No, because you're describing their personality.
And some people, I feel like, have a little bit of both in them. Most people, and so, but some couples just, I guess, overly one person plays that role a lot more. I feel like all lesbian relationships, there's a more of a dominant type person, like who kills the bug. I don't know. Neither of us do because we're vegans. But yeah, I think that is, what is it, like femme? Something like that,
femme or a dom. Yeah,
I guess it's like a regular traditional, like who's doing, like, he's acting like the wife or something, like who's cleaning or taking the trash out or something. I don't know.
Well, she had a problem.
Or is it the way they dress? I don't really know.
What
is that? What it is, like the label is, or is it the actual personality?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go by labels, like like doms would be considered more masculine, and femmes would be considered, more on the feminine side. You know what I mean? But I mean, we kind of jumped into that a little bit, because when we first met, I legit had my hair an inch from my scalp and I was wearing ties. So it's like, I'm definitely a dom. I don't really like labels, but I'm definitely a dom. But it's different versions of that. And see, that's what I'm saying. I'm just me, whatever that may be. But if I'm not wearing no dress, makeup, none of that. So if that makes me a dom, so be it.
I think when I was younger, I was really like, I hadn't embraced any of the feminine side. Like I was wearing sweatpants and, I was hanging out with the boys and stuff. But somewhere along the line in my like early 20s, I started kind of embracing like, oh, okay, I think I want to try makeup. And I was dressing up for work and, still even when I dress up though, it wasn't like all over dresses. And so what did you say?
I thought I was going to get away with that.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Oh, I didn't hear you. So anyway, I'm going to get that out of you later. But then I like came into my own where like, okay, I'm kind of like, I'm not a real girly girl but I've actually become more emotional as I've gotten older.
So that's what I like about it.
We don't watch football and then turn around and cry at a, commercial. So
I love it. But we both do both.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Depending on the situation.
Have both sides. Yep.
You still have to carry heavier things than me.
I know. I'm always picking up shit and taking out the trash and all of that. And she's like, I'm like, no.
And I decide when people's need presents and stuff, and always am taking care of that part of things.
It works. But yeah, it's a lot of these you can clearly see
That's funny, Rita.
what.
She said, so you would be the pitcher, Dawn, and Vegan would be the catcher, LOL, messing with y'all.
Oh man, but I tell you what, a lot of these chicks are like, definitely. I mean, like Mao, come on, she got the fedora going on. I mean, it's clear who is wearing what outfit in these relationships.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell you what, I am feeling Xander and Yali. I like them as a couple. I like them. I like the way they work together. You know what I mean? And Vanessa is just all over the place. She does not even need to be. I was so glad when Lexi called her out and said, "Well, what are you doing on this show then? If you don't want to get married, you don't want to accept your partner's ultimatum, and you don't want to be married to her or anybody else, what the fuck you doing here then?" Because that's what this is about. It's like if you're not going to accept her ultimatum, you ultimately have to accept some ultimatum from somebody.
Right.
If you don't want to be married, period,
What
then you need to pack your shit and leave.
You need to be with somebody else who doesn't ever want to get married, so they know where they,
Which
starting
is Ray,
from.
her girlfriend.
But I think
because
she
Ray
likes
is like she doesn't want it either.
She likes reeling people in that want to get married, I feel like, and then wanting to be free.
I think Mildred. Somebody asked, "Is somebody going to hook back up?" I think Mildred and Tiff are going to end up hooking
That's
back
what she actually said. The same thing that she thought. I just saw a comment I missed with that when I was scrolling. And Shonda said, "Who are we talking about? I don't recognize any of these names." It's the Ultimatum. What is it? Netflix has it.
Yeah,
and
it's on Netflix. It's called the. Have you ever heard of a show called The Ultimatum? And basically it's about the couples who there's couples that go on there where one of the partners has given the other one an ultimatum, like, okay, we've been dating long enough, I'm ready to get married, and either we get married or it's over. That's the ultimatum.
Oh, I thought it was like
And
when you
they
get a
go
BLT and it's ultimatum.
anyway.
Oh,
that was good. That was good. I like that.
I was gonna say too. After this, if no one else, if you don't see that, does anyone watch Love in Paradise? Because I wanted to just comment that the gay couple. Can you believe they're not even getting married?
Who said that?
I was just thinking about that after this one, Shonda. Do you watch that one? Because she said she didn't know any of these people, but you should check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Well, this season they've got the ultimate. I think the first one was a heterosexual season, but this one is queer love. So it's all women on this particular season. And what they did was they played like Netflix put the first like episodes out at one time, and then I think on like another week or so they're gonna put I think the like another 4 out or something like that.
Oh, they come like that?
Yeah. And
that's
like
weird with Netflix.
I don't know why they do things like that. Either put the whole damn season out or, but they do it to reel people in and to see if they even want to continue to carry the show. If people aren't watching those 4 episodes, then they're not going to watch the rest of it. But if they're getting a really big show, then they know that they can continue to carry this show. That's pretty smart. Speaking of which, I'm also making some money off of Netflix. Woohoo! Netflix is a good stock. Speaking of which, if any of you guys want to learn how to trade stocks, definitely check out American Dream Trading. I'll make sure that the link is in the description.
I got a little lesson this weekend over Dawn here with all her newfound knowledge has taught me some stuff, so I'm gonna be doing it soon. I'm gonna have to ask for a little cut of money to try it here. Let's see if I can have beginner's luck. Like come on here, like, okay, I've been doing this for months. She comes on and picks one out of the air and got $5,000.
I love.
I'm just trying to manifest that.
Netflix, Apple.
Oh, Renee said, yeah, that's what it was. Carlos and Valentine. I can never think of their names. I watched, Buddha said I watched Love in Paradise. I'm mad at Scott, a.k.a. the Grinch, right? I don't know if you saw that.
Why? What does Scott do?
Oh, man, you got to see it. I saw it this morning. Renee said I'm behind on Love in Paradise. Okay, so
I
won't tell you.
I am too, Renee.
Now,
I mean, I know the people. I know what's going on, but yeah, I don't think the last episode I saw.
I love the new show. I love that, and I'm into the love Match
Yeah,
Me
she's
Abroad.
into Match Me
Dude with the
Abroad.
little
I haven't watched that.
suspenders, with the tape
With
measure
the tape measure
suspenders. I
suspenders.
love him.
He is so wild
He's
looking.
not
He
going to
reminds me.
find love, I bet.
No, he's
Poor
not. He
guy.
reminds me so much of the guy from Fatal Attraction from back in the day. The guy that was friends with Michael Dunn. He looks just like him. Well, that wraps up this evening's Takeover Tuesday. Thank you guys so much. I guess we'll go grab some grub. Thank you so much for being here. I think what's next before the 90 days, I think is coming out. So before the 90 days, if you guys have any other shows that you think I should check out, let me know. And if, I think before the 90 days comes on this Sunday. So I'll definitely be watching that. And I guess we'll pick up on that Tuesday and see what's going on with before the 90 days. Who was the last before the 90 days? That was Mike and Jimena. That was before the 90 days, wasn't it?
Really? That seems like forever.
Yeah, I think that was Mike and Jimena and Shida. Was it Shida? No, they were 90 Day Fiancé.
I'm getting all the shows so confused. You can keep it straight.
Yeah, that was Hamza. I think it was Hamza and Mike and Jimena. I think that was the last before the 90 days because I think that was one of the ones we started with. We did Pedro and we were trying to figure this out the other day. What started Takeover Tuesdays? I think we started gathering at the Pedro and Chantel, right? And then we kept it going into 90 Day Fiance when Pedro and Chantel was over. And Jen had pointed out that we've been together like almost a year, guys. So thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me every Tuesday night for almost a year now.
Yeah, welcome.
I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. So I love you guys, and I want everybody to have a great week, a great weekend. And I will make sure that I am front and center for before the 90 days, and we will go over it Tuesday and talk about it.
That's a name from the Gino and Jasmine might be coming on 90 Day. There's a regular 90 Day Fiance coming up. Gino and Jasmine are on it.
They were before the 90 days too.
Buddha said he's been talking with
Mike and Jimena.
Right. Okay. Yeah, remember those.
Gino and Jasmine were one of those couples. Yep.
Nice. Good night, KT. Thank you for coming. Dolly.
Thank you so much.
Buddha, Renee.
Dolly, Renee, Shonda.
JJ, well,
here?
Happy birthday.
JJ. Happy birthday again, baby. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Was that JJ? That was JJ. I think
it was, right?
Shonda, nice seeing you.
Yeah. Nice seeing everybody. And you guys take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. And we will catch you on the flip side next Tuesday. Have a good one, guys.